Buddy Junior 2000 here, coming at you with my movie review of Fight Club from 1999, starring Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, Helena Bonham Carter, Holt McCallany, Meatloaf, Jared Leto, and many other great actors in the movie. Yeah, I enjoy this movie. Fight Club is one hardcore, brutal motherfucking movie to watch. I really enjoy this film. It's fucking badass all from throughout. I got this really nice steelbook from Walmart back in 2019, back when they had a lot of cool shit. Before now, they have bare bones shit. But yeah, I thought the steelbook looked pretty damn badass and slick and cool. I just like the pink and green blue vibe to it. It's just like when I see this cover, like this makes me want to watch the movie. Because this is better than the Blu-ray cover. Like it's just I love the look of it. Like it makes me want to watch the movie. I just love the look of the color schemes of the steelbook, and the steelbook is well done. Get some pictures in the back, pretty badass, and it's a hardcore, brutal, fighting ass movie. Up there with Roadhouse, like as a fighting movie and Bloodsport. Like this is fucking hardcore shit. And it's directed by um, David Fincher and screenplay by Jim Ulis. And it's based on the novel by Chuck Palahniuk. And I did read the book, and I actually did like the book, but I would still say I actually like the movie more than the book. It's not that the book was terrible. I said that I liked the book, but the stuff that's I didn't like in the book was that it kind of felt like they rushed it looked like it was too rushed, too much. You didn't really have like a story where you see somebody talking. It's just like they keep repeating like the Jack line, "I am Jack," but in the book it's "I am Joe." But it's like, and it keeps going back for like somebody else is talking. Like, who is this person talking? Who's this person? That stuff kind of got a little confusing in the book, but I did like some parts in the book. I did like that the character, the mechanic, has more lines in the book than the movie. And the mechanic character is played by Holt McCallany in the movie. You guys know who Holt McCallany? He was in Mindhunters, which is a great TV show by Netflix, but that show got canceled. And he was also Sam Whitemoon in Creepshow 2. He was in the old Chief Wooden Hit segment. He was that piece of shit Sam character that killed George Kennedy and his wife. And then the old Chief Woodenhead goes out for revenge on his bastard friends and going after Sam and scalping him like a motherfucker. Yeah, so that's Home McConaughey, and he also played Fritz von Erichs, the von Erichs dad, in the recently A24 Iron Claw movie, which is the biopic of the family. Pretty good movie, and Home McConaughey I would say was the best actor in that movie because he did play Fritz von Erich really well, and his acting was great. But yeah, he plays a character named he's a mechanic character in the movie, and does have a few lines in the movie. But the character does have more lines in the book. And the other thing I didn't like about the book that they didn't have the loo scene. I'm like, man, that's an important scene. It's pretty damn disturbing and brutal, and a bit twisted funny at times. But all in all, it's not a shitty novel, but I actually prefer the movie over it. There's sometimes I actually like the novel more than the movie. Like American Psycho, like I've been reading American Psycho and shit. I've been stopping a few times reading that fucking book because that's the book is really more fucked up than the movie, and it has a lot of vulgar language. Like, damn, it felt like something like Martin Scorsese should have directed American Psycho. Like you would have gotten a 3 hour insane Patrick Bateman movie with a lot of cursing and more fucked up violence in it. Because the book is pretty fucked up, and it's really gut wrenching at times because it is like there's some fucked up kills in the book that's more fucked up in the movie. But yeah, back to reviewing Fight Club. It was released in 1989. A lot of these cast members were doing a lot of great movies back in this time. Brad Pitt just did Californian. Edward Norton just did Primal, Fear, and American History X. Helena Bonham Carter just did Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with um, Kenneth Branagh in that 90s adaptation of Frankenstein with Robert De Niro's Frankenstein. That's a pretty underrated movie. Yeah, good cast. And yeah, I enjoy it. Even Jared Leto, I think it's one of his first movies. I might be wrong. That's his first movie, but Jared Leto, I think he just did Urban Legend around this time. But he would go on to do pretty good movies after this, like Dallas by Dallas something. The movie with him where he's like a transgender hooker character and he's like friends with Matthew McConaughey and Matthew McConaughey has AIDS and stuff. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's a really good film. And I also liked him in what was that movie? Jared Leto was in a lot of good movies, and I like Jared Leto. I know he got a lot of shit on for playing Joker. Like I kind of wish he had more scenes in the original Suicide Squad movie, but they fucked up. The studio fucked it up. They didn't show a lot of his scenes that was in the trailer. It's just a bunch of fuck ups. But Jared Leto did other great movies. He also appeared in Girl Interrupted with Winona Ryder and Angelina Jolie. That's a good movie. Yeah, I like Jared Leto. He's an underrated actor. I know he was in Morbius, which was a piece of shit, but Man on the Web is more of a piece of shit than Morbius now. But Fight Club stars with this character narrator that's played by Edward Norton. He's dealing with sleep insomnia. He doesn't know what the hell to do because his sleeping is getting so bad that he can't go to sleep. He's been up for like almost 2 weeks. He could not go to sleep. And it's like fucking up his life. So he goes to like group therapy about people who deal with cancer and all that shit. But he doesn't have cancer or anything. So like she's like just there with fake names all the time, like Cornelius or some other name. And he meets the character named Bob, who has bitch tits, played by Meatloaf. Rest in peace, Meatloaf. And his character, Meatloaf, as Bob, that character is like a former bodybuilder, and he has bitch tits is because he has taken estrogen, and he had like his testes removed from cancer and all the steroids that he took in, and he's like telling his issues that he had at the group therapy place with the narrator until the narrator's like feeling comfortable being there until he's like, then Marla Singer came. She fucked it all up. And the character Marla is played by Helena Bonham Carter, who was in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the remake. She was in the Harry Potter films. She was in a few Tim Burton movies. And yeah, she's a good actress, and she played the character Marla really well. Where she is kind of like a little bit of a goth character, but like more like a drug addict goth that doesn't give a shit. And the narrator's bothered by this character until he calls her ass out that she's a tourist and you're not even dying like anybody that's there. Not even Chloe, who's dying there. And then like she doesn't give a shit, so she's like trying to like not expose herself being a tourist. And then they start getting along and stuff. And the narrator starts seeing this word Jack, which I don't know what the meaning of the Jack means, but it just says it, like he says it a lot of times in the movie. I am Jack, but in the book is I am Joe. He goes on about like sleep insomnia, dying of cancer, and that's when he meets Tyler Durden in the plane, played by Brad Pitt from Inglourious Basterds and California, and other great movies that he's been in. Interview with the Vampire. So he plays this character named Tyler Durden, who's like selling soap, and he's like this cool slip back guy, where he's like everything that he does as a job. He's a film movie theater projector dude. He's a waiter, and he makes soaps on the as a side of the living, selling made soap from his house. And he starts talking to Tyler more in the movie because the narrator goes to his apartment and finds out his building has been exploded. Somebody blowed up the building, and it was his apartment that was blown up. So he starts talking with Tyler, asking him to stay with him, and he agrees. Stay at his shitty house, and they start like playing around, like trying to fight each other, have like a match, being the shit out of each other. Ow! You hit me in the fucking ear. Oh, that was good. Boom. Because the movie is hardcore. Like they go with brutal, vicious fights, and they start making the group called Fight Club. Welcome to Fight Club. The first rule is you do not talk about Fight Club. Second rule is you do not talk about Fight Club. Third rule is you do not talk about Fight Club. And then the other rule is the fight starts when it's stuck. The fight doesn't stop until it's finished. No, no limits. Yeah, it's such a hardcore movie where they make this club called Fight Club, where everybody's there, the mechanic characters there, all these people that have like dead end jobs and all this stuff. They're there at the bar, and at Lou's Tavern, which I always thought the character Lou in the movie was pretty funny. Like, and I thought the scene worked in the movie. It sucked that it's not even in the book, which I wish that was in the book, because the Lou scene was pretty funny. But they start Fight Club. All the people that join, they start punching, brutally kickboxing their bodies through brutal carnage and brutality, impactful, hardcore, no holds barred fights. So viciously well done and shot and directed, and you hear like a bit of crunch and broken bones at times when they're viciously punching them in the face straight forward, or just punching them in the gut, in the ribs. Just really hardcore street fight matches. And it's like no holds barred. And everybody has all the bruises from the fights that they've been wrestling in the matches. The narrator gets into a fight and he gets his face bashing on the cement floor. Very brutal that he loses some of his teeth. Ugh. And even the music kind of goes dark in some of that parts where he's like his face is getting smashed, and the music just goes slowly, ominously dark and eerie. But yeah, the movie just has some well shotted fight sequence. It's like Bloodsport, but more extremely hardcore. Like I would say, I would watch this as a double feature with Bloodsport because the fight scenes are pretty dang brutal. And yeah, the fight scenes are well shot at. And then of course they're trying to keep the Fight Club as a secret, not to expose it. And then narrator finds out that, oh, Bob is in the group too, and he has a funny match with him, where he's like, boom, he punches Bob, and then boom, Bob grabs him in a neck hold and squeezes him to submit. So now Bob is in the Fight Club. Bob doesn't care about joining the testicular cancer treatment group, so he decides to just say, screw that group. I prefer to go to Fight Club. So that's cool that his friend is there. And then they're talking to Tyler, and boom, they get interrupted by Lou, who owns the bar, Lou Tavern. And of course, Lou is so pissed. He's like, I'm fucking Lou. Who the fuck are you? Tyler Durden. And who told you motherfuckers to own my place right now? We had to deal with Ern. Ern's home with a broken collar. Look, stupid fuck. I want all of you to get out of here. No, we can't. Why don't you just join our club? And boom, Lou is just beating the crap out of Tyler, smashing his face with this gun and just headbutting him. And Tyler just doesn't give a crap. He's like insane, crazy and insane, just laughing at taking the pain. Like Lou's just caving his face in with the headbutt of the gun. But boom, Lou is surprised by Tyler when Tyler jumps on him and starts spitting his blood all over his face. You don't know where I've been, Lou. Please, Lou, let us beat the car. Fuck it, use the basement. Let go of me. I want your word, Lou. Oh, my mother's eyes. I swear. Boom. Thanks, Lou. You take care, big guy. Who's Lou's bodyguard. And of course, Tyler's advising everybody to do homework. You're going to have a fight. You're going to start a fight and let them beat you up. And of course, most of them that have them fight each other, they start joining Fight Club. Especially a character like you see, like a young priest character who's getting wet by the mechanic character with the water hose, and he starts to fight with him. And you see that priest character is a Fight Club member later in the movie. And yeah, they start doing the Fight Club with more vicious fights. And then they have the Project Mayhem group where they start like appearing at Tyler's house. And the narrator's like telling them, get the fuck out of here. Until like they let one in and he's joined and he shaved his head. And he's part of like the monkeys. They call them the monkeys. They call them space monkeys. As like a space monkey member of Project Mayhem. And of course, they're joining one at a time, shaving their head, joining Project Mayhem as space monkeys, making their mark on a building, having this mayor not to put us down and get us controlly shut down, leave us alone with a warning, scaring him by almost trying to cut his pee-pee off, but boom, psych. It's just the warning. Do not fuck with us, Mayor. And of course, the narrator has a brutal fight with Jared Leto's character. And dang, this is a vicious, disturbing fight where the narrator just grabs him, punches him over and over and over again. Vicious, brutal face punching, hardcore punches. And it's so brutal. It was originally meant to like show more of it, but it was already disturbing as it was, because I did see the uncut version difference on the deleted scene, but I still think that it's still even brutal and disturbing as it is. Like, I don't know what's the difference. It looks the same to me. Like the one in the movie still looks brutal. Even the music goes dark. Like it goes low volume and it has like this ominous, fuzzy, disturbing music in the background. Like, and everybody is shocked to see what the hell is going on. How Jared Leto's getting his face getting all fucked up and punched in. And of course, Tyler and Narrator have an argument in the car. They crash. Tyler's gone. Now only the narrator's at the house with all the Project Mayhem Space Monkeys dudes are there. And then one night, a few of them came. It was the mechanic. And he's explaining that, we were trying to trash a coffee place, but we were trying to run away afterwards, but the cops shot Bob. They shot Bob. They shot him in the forehead. And of course, Never removes the dead person's face covered, and oh my gosh, Blob got his head blown off. Half of his head is gone, where the brain matter is shown dripping out. Those motherfuckers. You morons. What do you think was going to expect to happen? It is an innocent man that died for no reason. Let's bury him in the backyard. We got to get rid of the audience. We got to get rid of the evidence. No, you're not going to bury him in the fucking garden. This is a person. This is Bob. His name is Robert Paulson. I understand, sir. In death, a member of Project Mayhem has a name. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson. Yeah, great line from the movie. His name is Robert Paulson. So the narrator's trying to find Tyler, knowing what the hell's going on. Goes to cities after cities after cities, seeing more Fight Club members, Project Mayhem, Space Monkey members. Like, where the hell is this? Where's Tyler? Where's Tyler? And he even asked Marla one day, like, do you know who Tyler Durden is? You are Tyler Durden. You are Tyler Durden. And it figures out that Brad Pitt was the narrator's conscious the whole time. When he sees him in his motel room, he's telling him, I was just your conscious. Even though you look like I was doing this, you were actually doing all this shit by yourself. It made it look like you thought that I was doing this, but no, I wasn't doing all this shit. It was actually you doing it. It was you making Fight Club what it was. It was you fucking Marla in that loud sex scene. It was actually you that was fucking Marla. It was you that burned yourself. It was you that got beat up by Lou. It was you that told that mayor to not fuck with us. All that stuff was by you. So I was actually your conscious the whole time. So Tyler was Brad Pitt's character. Well, he's not Tyler no more, because now it's revealed that the narrator is Tyler Durden. But the conscious of Tyler Durden is Brad Pitt. He's telling him the truth, and then narrator has a conversation with Marla, and then tells her to go on a bus, get out of here, go away from town, and goes to the police station, turn himself in, and then one of the police chief tries to go get something from the other room. The other three cops are like being just like shady cops. They're trying to like castrate him, but he grabs one of their guns and just back the fuck up, like how he did in American History X, where he grabs Seth's gun, back the fuck up. Yeah, so like that's cool, like a cool wink reference to his role as Derek Vineyard in American History X. And he gets out of there, trying to run away, get out of there with a heartbeat. Then he sees Tyler, tries to shoot him, tries to fight him, but violently Tyler just beats the shit out of the narrator, brutally, viciously punching him, tossing him into the machines, through the windows, kicking him, breaking his leg, throwing him through the stairs. And then that's when you get to the beginning of the movie, where Because in the movie, at the beginning, it starts out with that cool music of Fight Club, and then it begins where Tyler has the gun in narrator's mouth, and he says, "Ground zero. This is it." You have any few words to say? I just can't think of anything right now. Time is going up, dude. And you see that all the project members are coming. They brought Marla from the bus, so they don't know how long the buildings are going to explode because all the detonators are around the buildings. So the narrator starts putting the gun in his mouth. Boo does the final blow and shoots himself in the side of the mouth and kills his conscience, which is Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt has a bullet hole in the head and he disappears and fades into in the air, disappears. The Project Mayhem members come there. They're like seeing him. The mechanic saying, "What happened, sir? You look terrible." And of course, they bring Marla there, and Marla's like all mad and telling everybody, "Just wait for me downstairs." And Marla's like trying to curse at him. "You fuck! What are you trying to do? Fucking put me in a bus! Oh shit! Your face is shot. What happened?" Like trying to see what happened about him and like caring for him afterward. Pretty funny. And then the characters are like, the Project Mayhem Space Monkeys are like, "That is one tough motherfucker right there." And then Marla and the narrator are like talking to each other, like, "Everything's gonna be fine." And then what kicks in is a badass song, which I would consider to be the Fight Club song, played by it's a song, "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies. Great song. It was a song that Orange Cassidy used, which I always thought that was a better song than his current music that he has. I always thought "Where Is My Mind" was a better song. I thought it was better than his new song, than the new one he got out. I missed that song that he used to use. But that song kicks in after Marla and narrator consult with each other and talk to each other, and then boom, the buildings are starting to explode. They're holding hands. "You met me with the strange times of my life. Do 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 do. Where is my mind? Do do." I love that song. That they play the whole song. It's not like halfway and then just a different music plays. No, they play the whole damn song, and it's badass to hear through the end credit song because I just love to hear that song. That song is always great to hear. Love the song. Fight Club ends with a banger, with a great song. I do like. That's the other thing I do like about the movies. I do like the movies ending more than the book, because the book does kind of end a little anticlimactic, where this ending in the movie is actually much better. It feels more like you got an ending and you got that badass "Where Is My Mind" song by the Pixies. And yeah, that's my review for Fight Club 1999, written by Jim Oz and directed by David Fincher, director of Zodiac, Seven, Alien 3, many other great movies that he directed. David Fincher is a badass director. And yeah, I feel like this is one of my favorite David Fincher's movie. I really love this movie. Great cast, great music, great fight sequence, cinematography, and just damn great movie. I miss when you got great shit like this. It's much better than the current crap. I did recently saw the remake of Roadhouse, which I thought was generic, but it was just fucking stupid. I do like Jake Gyllenhaal, but to me he did better movies back in the day. But all in all, I just thought that remake sucked. This one's a lot better than the Roadhouse remake. And this is when you got good cast, good music, good directing, good writing, good cinematography, fight sequence, and a great badass song at the end. Yeah, that's Fight Club, folks. Hit the like, subscribe, and take care, folks. Bye bye.